going on today, guys? More massive changes here. So you may remember not even 24 hours ago, I made a video talking about how Spotify is updating a distant corner of their app to resemble TikTok. Well, it turns out this is a massive Trojan horse to hide the actual horrific thing that they're introducing. I know, I'm sorry guys, 2 Spotify videos in a row. My deepest apologies, my sincerest apologies, but I'm angry. I'm upset about this. Anyways, people fell for the Trojan horse and got distracted by the TikTok thing without even a second thought. Me as well. So Spotify announced this new discovery mode. The mode gives you more algorithmic reach through Spotify radio as well as the autoplay features. It also features the horrifying downsides of paying you lower royalty rates. And essentially some of your royalties will be replaced with exposure. Yeah, you heard that right. Just when you thought royalty rates couldn't get any lower, here comes this new feature. So in order to opt in, you do it through the Spotify for Artists app, and your distributor has to be participating in the program. The songs that are opted into this mode get 30% less royalties. Boo. But on average are saved 50% more often, it's added to playlists 44% more often, and are followed 37% more often. Yay, I think. These stats are from within the first month of using it, so it could get better or worse from there. The problem with this is obvious. Payola, for anyone who isn't aware, would be us paying Spotify in order for them to promote us better. While we aren't directly paying them to promote us, they're taking away money that they would have paid us, therefore they're keeping some of the money in order to promote us better. So essentially it's Payola but with less steps. It skips the step of them paying us and them just keeping the money instead. Keep in mind, they already have a form of Payola available through their app named Marquee. Essentially, well, I don't know if you can call it Payola. It walks the line between Payola as well as advertising extremely close. Essentially, you give them money and they promote your song, kind of like an ad, but it's through their own platform. So is it Payola? Is it advertising? I don't know anymore. Apparently, Spotify has been emailing artists for months to test this out already. Welcome to McDonald's. What would you like to order? Songs in Discover mode. All of them. Sorry, sir. We're all out of that. This new discovery mode has been controversial though. Music trade organizations as well as a few members of Congress have considered it a new form of digital payola. I hate that word. It just sounds stupid. The problem being that it might eventually lead to a decrease in royalties all across the board, since everyone's going to want to obviously opt into this. It honestly blows my mind that Spotify is trying to pay us so little that even Congress is like, that's enough. You've done enough here. Several Congress members have even questioned whether or not this meets FTC guidelines that are already in place, which we've obviously already talked about a little bit on this channel. Essentially, paid promotion has to be disclosed to the audience. It's not really clear if it'll be disclosed to the audience, and is this even paid promotion? It's hard to discern. Anyways, they first started testing the Discover mode in late 2020. It's pretty shocking because it's already 2023 as of recording this video, so it took them 2.5 years to get this ready in order to fuck artists harder. Ironically, this feature was developed after a lot of new artists were saying they wish they had more ways to connect with new people. Spotify Discover mode. Discover how much less you can make off your music today. Now this tool is set up to not cost anything, that way artists of all levels could use it. I could definitely see this becoming a problem with a lot of larger artists using it as well too though. Personally, I think they should cap people off from using this if their monthly listeners are too high. Personally, I would set a limit of like 500k or 1 million, maybe even 250k. If you're above that, you shouldn't be able to use it, because the whole point is to get new audience members. And if you already have audience members, like, come on, you know, the rich get richer, you know what I'm talking about. You know what? If you have more than 5 monthly listeners, you shouldn't be allowed to use it. In 2021, Representatives Jerry Nadler as well as Hank Johnson Jr. said that this could trigger a race to the bottom for musicians and artists. It's fine. I'm already down here. I'm at the bottom already, guys. It's not that bad, really. Essentially, though, artists would be compelled to accept a lower royalty rate in order to compete with everyone else. Overall, I think this is a really bad move for the platform. I mean, it could be beneficial in some ways as in getting people more listeners, but at the cost of getting paid a lot less money. While it is 30% less, no one knows if the amount of listeners you gain off of this will compensate for how much royalties you will lose in the process. Another question is, why do they need to give us less money for this? Is there a reason we're getting less money for this? It doesn't really make any sense to me. It doesn't cost them money to do this, so where is that extra money going? And basically everyone's going to want to opt into this, because if you aren't, then you're going to get less promotion and less people are going to hear your music, and no one's really happy with the reach that their music's getting anyways, even people in really high places. Everyone always wants more. Plus the fact there's no limit of how big an artist can use this, I could see it being a real problem when Drake or Taylor Swift are just trying to take over the music industry even more than they already have. Personally, I feel like the ideal way to use this, if I'm being optimistic here, would be to use it on a few songs or one song or whatever. After you gain a bunch of new listeners, maybe take it out of it. That way you can gain more royalties from the new fan base you've acquired. Anyways, that's it for today, guys. Thank you guys for watching. For every like on this video, I'll give you 1 Spotify Payola. Yes, 1 Spotify Payola. All you have to do is click the like on the video and your algorithm will be booming. If you made it to the end of the video, comment yogurt down below. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Check out my second channel if you haven't. We're uploading almost every single day here, guys. Social medias, Discord. I'll see you guys next time. If you want to support the channel, join my Patreon and become a channel member.
The Band Incorporated.